family is seeking jail time for a Florida woman after she let her 10-year-old great-grandson crash her vehicle into their SUV. The dispute stems from an incident on December 21st, 2020, where 75-year-old Mrs. Burke was drinking vodka and babysitting her
Okay, yeah, that's a good one. Your popular opinion with the people. Here we know. Let's not do this again.
Greetings, everyone. This is Morning Eggnog. My name is James. With me, as always, Caleb.
Good morning, everybody. Shut up, James.
Sharing my opinion with the people.
Yes, you can share your opinion with the
Caleb
people.
wanted me to start the podcast so that I could talk about my opinion on The Quiet Place 2. And the reason I like A Quiet Place 1 and A Quiet Place 2 is because they literally have to show and can't tell, because you can't talk, otherwise the aliens come and get you.
That is true.
And so it's really well done. Everything has a purpose. It's called someone's name rule, but if you show something in a movie, it needs to show up later in the movie. Like, if this cup has a shot of its own.
Oh, by itself.
Or like something has a point. Or like you can obviously tell this has a point.
Yes.
Then, like, there was a door shutting in this movie and they had to put something in the latch to keep the latch open. And they showed this like 17 times. Like, oh, they got to keep this thing in the latch, otherwise whatever. And then you're like, that means something, I think. I hope it pays off. And then it does pay off eventually.
It makes you happy inside.
Hopefully that wasn't a spoiler. But anyway, so it was just really well done in my opinion. I thought it was really, really good. Quiet Place 2. Go see it in a theater near you.
There you go. See, James is sharing his opinion on things. And that's why we have this podcast, because our opinions matter to us.
And so we figure the 14 people should enjoy them too.
Enjoy.
So Caleb and I haven't done the podcast in a while because, again, he had a baby.
I had a baby.
He had a baby, and so, well, his wife did. And then
it was a mutual agreement.
It was a mutual agreement. You know, she has to carry it for 9 months, get her stomach sliced open.
Get her uterus thrown on the table.
I was over.
What is that? That's her uterus. Oh, okay.
I was over there mowing their lawn, and they have some friends over, and Marty's just casually talking about, the birth, and it was a C-section, and I'm just talking to Caleb about something, and then I just hear, and then they put my uterus on the table, and I went, what? I said, no, I hate it when that happens. So thank you, mothers, for being mothers, because we were babies and couldn't do it. At least I couldn't. I couldn't do that. I don't want to do that birthing thing. Good Lord.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. So, Caleb, what do you have for us today?
I'm going to go back and we're going to do some extreme sports, or sports that are extreme, however you want to say it. So the first one we're looking at is hobby horsing.
What?
Hobby horsing.
I've heard of Hobby Lobby.
There are a lot of reasons to believe that our entire existence is nothing more than a simulation. Look no further than this 100% authentic, mind-numbingly real, more unique than one-of-a-kind sport, hobby horsing.
Is it for little kids or
no? Full-grown adults.
I've seen this for kids, but I've never seen it for adults.
For adults.
I see. So, anyways, I'll let you explain it.
Words like weird and bizarre do not come close to properly describing this spectacle. It is involving people riding toy horses in a gymnasium with zero intention of irony. So, I will say this is good because anytime someone does a horse race or like does the horse jumps and stuff, the person gets the trophy. Yes.
And they didn't do any work. They didn't run around the track. They didn't really train. And so this is a perfect way for the horses to, I don't know where I'm going with this, but it's the people are actually doing the thing.
Yes, they are.
I mean, it looks ridiculous, but they're doing the thing, and I've seen a video of a little girl running around and like jumping over the things and running around and
But this
running
is for
around the barrels.
adults. This is for adults.
This is for city people who want horses but don't have a place to put them.
We apparently began in Finland, quickly gained a following, and has reportedly exploded in popularity. Probably because it's a meme now.
Of course it's a meme.
West Coast Giant Pumpkin Regatta.
Regatta. Oh, yeah.
The first thing that
Rain gutter regatta.
Yeah, Oregon has gone for in uniquely weird sports is the title of West Coast Giant Pumpkin Regatta. Adding the word regatta to the name of any boat or yacht race, the regal...
Oh, my gosh.
Somebody's just got it out for big words today. It gives the event an instant creed.
Oh,
okay,
so
just
great.
outside of Portland.
Okay, like again, I've seen go-karting, like where you make a go-kart with your dad, or
Somebody made a duck.
they made a duck. Oh, that's so great.
Oh, you're gonna have to
Send
put
me
this.
this.
You're gonna have to put
When
this
you're
on the
done.
back because
Oh my gosh,
it's amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Every October, participants dress up in ridiculous Halloween costumes and race across the Tualantian Lake inside huge pumpkins.
I guess like when you have
Eat your heart out, New England. This is how the Pacific Northwest does Halloween.
Could you imagine if you fell in though? It'd be so cold.
It'd be very well. Summers aren't too bad there. They're kind of like Ohio.
It's not in October?
It is in October. I don't know why I'm saying summer.
That's what I was saying. In October, that'd be terrible. It'd be freezing. You fall in, you're gonna die. Hypothermia.
Yeah, and the thing flips over and you can't flip it back.
Show up in heaven. So what'd you die of?
Drowned in a pumpkin.
Pumpkin race.
Pumpkin race. There's some awesome ones in here, like shin kicking.
Oh, I've heard of that. Have you heard of slapping?
Yes, I've seen that too.
I've seen Moist Critical does some great videos on slapping, and he has like the slapping god versus the slapping demon.
Oh.
The thing is, the craziest thing to me is people have KO'd. They've knocked out their opponent by slapping them in the face.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, it makes perfect sense because...
True. I guess if you hit the jaw just right, that knocks you out.
Yeah, because you've heard of people with glass jaws.
Yeah.
So I guess you just shatter.
But why would you go into a slapping contest?
Because... I was going to say something, but I'm not going to say that. I don't, because you're just unique.
You're unique.
You're unique.
That's such a nice way to say it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, this one.
I read that as kidnapping for like...
Kidnapping.
Ha! Kidnapping. All right, you got to kidnap some kids and then... Wait, what did I hear this? Oh, in the Black Plague era, apparently one of the games they liked playing in England was the kidnapping game, basically, where all of the men would kidnap the women for the day, and then the next day, all the women would band together and kidnap the men. This was on another podcast, last podcast, so I didn't verify any of that, but that was something they said. And apparently one of the other things, games they like to play, this is what... So people like... We're zombies to our phones, but we could be doing this. Apparently, one man would be chosen for the day, and he'd go around and kiss all the women in the city. And then at the end of the day, all the men of the women he kissed would come out and take turns beating the crap out of him. And it was fun for both parties, not just him. He's like, "Oh, I kissed your wife! Ouch, ouch!" Those are two things that supposedly happened in the Black Plague era.
And this is why it's a good thing we have televisions and internet now. I think.
I don't know. It's not just go hiking.
Just go hiking, yes. In Northwest Ohio.
Oh, shut up, Gob.
Just north of Hicksville. You might need to sit down for this one. There aren't enough dog shows in the world to prep you for this. Forget equestrians and their dressage.
Oh, please.
Events that
most
of all forget show jumping. This is conny hopping or kanan hopping.
Canine hopping?
It's Swedish. No, it's not.
Oh, no.
Which is the Swedish sport of bunny hopping.
That is such a cute little leash. I didn't know you could put a leash on a bunny.
Kanon hopping, which
That's
began
so
in
cute.
Sweden in 1970, is nearly identical to show jumping with horses, except everything is all cute and bunny-sized.
Oh my gosh, it's so cute.
This sport is so legit that there's a Swedish federation of rabbit jumping. When the craze reached the United States, the Rabbit Hopping Organization of America was created.
Wait, a what? That exists?
It exists somewhere.
There's an organization for this.
There is an organization.
I think I'm angry now.
This doesn't belong in America. This sport belongs in America. No, it doesn't belong anywhere. All right, we're going to end this one with a little bit of a weirdo, kind of a strange one.
I read that as a different word.
Buskashi, and I apologize if that's probably not how it's said, is most definitely a weird sport, but this trippy event blurs the lines of brutal competition in a big way. This horse riding competition is primarily played in Central Asia, Turkey, and all the stands, Afghanistan, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan. Okay, continuing on. Even when it comes to the strange sport, Buzeskai is ruthless. Replace a typical ball with a goat's carcass.
What?
With a goat's carcass.
Okay.
Standard practice and
What?
The competition carries whips in their teeth to fend off other riders as they try to get the carcass to the opposite side and drop it in a goal.
So, in high school, we played a game called Ultimate. It's Ultimate Frisbee rules, but you play it with random stuff. And that's exactly what it sounds like. Like, we played with a cow tongue.
Yes, but it wasn't a full size. It was basically what I read up on.
Oh my gosh.
It is a goat without a head, a carcass of a goat without a head.
Pick it up?
You just reach down like a man and grab the thing and take off with it. And then the other players come along with whips and smack you to make you drop it.
Okay. I don't see. I don't
basically
see
football on horses and whips
with a goat carcass.
with a goat carcass
Instead of a
pig
pig
carcass.
Oh my gosh! I'll save this for another time because it's another weird sport that is funny for some reason. But what? For the frick? I'm sorry. I'm trying to get over this. A pig or a goat carcass.
Yeah, and it's actually I think it's this national sport of Pakistan.
Anyways. My news story is from this place. A woman who Googled how to commit murder found guilty of, get this, murder.
You shouldn't laugh at that. It's terrible.
No, you shouldn't. Natasha Darcy was found guilty of murdering her partner, sheep farmer Matthew Dunbar, back in 2017. She was reported to have a NutriBullet blend of sedatives in a combination with a plastic bag and a helium canister to stage his suicide. Because, good night. To stage his suicide. The story of Darcys Murder. Let's wait a minute, because there's like 3 stops, and they're going to just keep holding it. And since I don't have the window closed, it's very loud. Have you ever heard the video where they have like
An entire stadium pop? No.
Oh, I love that. It's so weird sounding. The story of Darcys murder of her partner is one that becomes even wilder when you look in the history. The text messages and Google searches of Darcy's phone were read before the court, including, straight up, how to commit murder. Dunbar reported to have been murdered for his $3.5 million, 1,200-acre estate.
Oh, wow.
Of which Darcy was the sole beneficiary. Here's everything the court heard about the months leading up to Dunbar's murder. In February 2017, almost a full year before, Darcy is reported to have Googled poisonous snakes, spiders, and deadly fungi, which, for a podcast guy, wouldn't be that weird.
Yeah.
In March, she said that she had Googled. Well, I thought I read. Oh, something about spinal taps and how many tablets are required for suicide. Epidurals.
Oh my gosh.
In June, she Googled how to commit murder from the sidelines of a rugby game, as well as lethal dose of oxycodone, 200-pound male.
Not to be specific or anything.
And then 99 undetectable poisons. How long after suicide is there a crime scene? And can police see websites you visit on your mobile? In July, the court heard that she Googled the use of gas as an effective way to end someone's life and placed an order for a canister of pure helium. So she Googled it, looked it up, ordered it immediately. In August, she called the police and claimed to have found her partner with a plastic bag over his head, strapped to a can of helium. He died at the scene. A dirty NutriBullet was found in the sink. She didn't even wash the NutriBullet, containing traces of ram sedative, alkypromazine, as well as a bunch of other stuff. Oh my. These were also found in Dunbar's bloodstream. It goes on a bit more, but it's a macabre thing to laugh at, but it's very funny that she just was like, yeah, they'll never be able to figure this out. I turned on incognito mode. We're okay. Can the police see when you search on your mobile? Oh my gosh.
That's why you borrow somebody else's.
Yeah, pretty much. Or, yeah, you go to an internet cafe. I mean, I don't know any of this. I've never, yep. What else you got for us, Caleb?
That was it for me.
Oh, that's all you had?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, I have one more little story then. I thought you had more than just silly sports.
No, James, I don't.
Are you saying you're a one-show pony?
I mean, I could talk about my child, but...
So here are some funny headlines, and then I read the story, and it was just sad. Pakistani police allegedly detain restaurant staff after being refused free burgers.
Oh, I mean, well, I guess it is Pakistan, so...
It was kind of funny, and then I started reading it. I was like, this isn't that funny. It's just kind of sad. This one was also a funny one, and then I kept reading, and it was just a bunch of legal battles and sadness and creepiness. A 76-year-old woman suing the city after a SWAT team drove an armored car through her front door.
Oh, my.
Oh, my gosh. The worst part is she was trying to move to Montana, and they had a buyer set up, and they were in contract, and then this happened, and they were allowed to walk away then.
Yeah.
And what had happened is she was selling the house, so she had a guy come in to fix her house, and he was kind of creepy, and so they dismissed him. And the fugitive that took refuge in her house was that guy. Again, the funny headline, not as funny story. IKEA fined $1.2 million for spying on French employees.
Why the French?
I don't know. I started reading it and it got really boring. Florida great-grandmother arrested after 10-year-old grandson crashes car. I'll read the first line of this. The dispute stems... Okay, a family is seeking jail time for a Florida woman after she let her 10-year-old great-grandson crash the vehicle into their SUV. According to WFTS on Monday, the dispute stems from an incident on December 21st, 2020, where a 75-year-old Mrs. Burke was drinking vodka and babysitting her 3 great-grandchildren. The crash report said the kids wanted to go see the Christmas lights at the park, so Burke backed the car to the driveway and told her grandson to drive.
Nana's been hitting the schnapps. You better drive.
So this is the story we landed on because it was the funniest and I liked it. And the comments are even funnier.
Oh, God.
Customer finds 7-foot-long gator inside Florida post office.
He's just trying to get the mail, buddy. It's okay.
Spring Hill, Florida. They say neither rain nor snow nor gloom of night will stop the U.S. Postal Service, but an alligator could get in the way. That's what happened to the Spring Hill post office in Florida's county, in Florida, whatever. According to the sheriff's office on Facebook, on a Facebook post.
Florida.
Sheriff officials say someone stopped by the post office around 3 a.m., Wednesday to drop off a package and saw a 7-foot, 2-meter gator roaming around the lobby. The building was an automatic double doors. It just reminds me of Toy Story. Was automatic double doors that allows off-hours entry, officials said. A Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission considered the alligator a nuisance animal if it's 4 feet or longer and deemed a threat to people, pets, or property.
I would say that clarifies.
Florida has an alligator hotline for just these types of situations.
I love Florida.
If you're in Florida and you find an alligator in a place it's not supposed to be, call 866-392-4286. Now for the comments on this. He was just there to complain about the bad service and overpriced rates. And then someone said, he's just a complaint service. If you have a complaint with the post office, go see Tony.
Tony the
Gator.
That doesn't work.
Tony the Alligator.
That just doesn't roll off the tongue. Like Tony the Tiger.
Yeah.
So it have to be a G name. Gus.
Gus the Gator.
Gus the Gator.
Well.
Or Groupert.
Groupert the Gator.
No,
Groupert.
I don't know.
Where did you get Groupert from?
Somewhere in the back of my mind.
Groupert. I'm going to name something Groupert. I don't know what yet, but something.
Something is going to be named Groupert.
This is my cat, Groupert.
This is my drill, Groupert.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. Be sure to check us out on Facebook and Instagram to see when I'm going to not upload next. And then if you leave us a nice or mean review on iTunes and then send it to me either via email or Facebook and Instagram, I will PayPal you $1 or Venmo. I don't know. So have a wonderful morning, noon, or night.
See you later.